you to the third International Convention on Green Environment Technology and Entrepreneurship through Innovation, ICGETEI 2023. It is with our utmost delight and privilege that we are hoping to welcome our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, sir, Honorable Chancellor, sir, Amity University, Rajasthan, Dr. Asim Chauhan, sir. We warmly welcome our guest of honor, Professor Mike Hinchy, who's joined us virtually. Professor Hinchy, I hope you are there. Thank you. Welcome, sir.
I am here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Sanjay Misra, sir, and Professor Vijay S. Rathore, sir. We had to be joined by our chief guest, Professor N.P. Pade, sir, but he's stuck in traffic and would take another half an hour. We've just been informed. So I'll take a moment to welcome all other dignitaries and guests. I also welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir Professor Dr. Amit Jain, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. G.K. Seri, sir, all deans, directors, head of institutions, faculty, students, and all the international and national participants of the International Convention organized by Amity University, Rajasthan, ICGETEI 2023. Let me take a moment to show you the glimpses of the vibrant and carbon neutral campus of Amity University, Rajasthan through a short video. May I request IT?
Amity University, an amalgam of knowledge, discipline, and recreation. Let's take you to a journey of the Amity world, where knowledge blends together with modernity and tradition. Amity University, Rajasthan provides best-in-class facilities and state-of-the-art infrastructure to its students. Spacious, air-conditioned, and audio-visually equipped lecture theatres are perfectly suited for interactive classroom sessions.
All right. Thank you. May I have the lights on the stage, please? Professor Mike Hinchy, our guest of honor, had joined us on time, and I would take a moment to introduce his profile to all the audience who've joined us physically and virtually, and would request Professor Mike Hinchy then to present his address and lecture. So just a moment, sir, let me introduce in brief to the audience. Professor Mike Hinchy is Professor of Software Engineering at University of Limerick, Ireland. Prior to joining LERO, Professor Hinchy was Director of the NASA Software Engineering Laboratory. He continues to serve as NASA expert. In 2009, he was awarded NASA's Curley Award as Innovator of the Year. Professor Hinchy holds a BSc in Computer Systems from University of Limerick, an MSc in Computation from University of Oxford, and a PhD in Computer Science from University of Cambridge. He is the author, editor of more than 15 books and over 200 articles on various aspects of software engineering. At various times, Professor Hinchey previously held the position as full professor in Australia, UK, Sweden, and USA. He is a chartered engineer, chartered engineering professional, chartered mathematician, and chartered information technology professional, as well as a fellow of the IET, British Computer Society, and Irish Computer Society. He is president of IFIP and vice chair and chair-elect of IEEE UK and Ireland section. He is also editor-in-chief of Innovations in Systems and Software Engineering, a NASA journal and journal of the Brazilian Computer Society. I request Professor Mike Hinchey for his address. Over to you, sir.
Good morning. Hello, everybody, and thank you again for the great invitation to join you in this online forum. I regret that I'm not there in person. It's been a privilege to visit Rajasthan in the past. Thank you to our excellent Master of Ceremonies for the excellent job he always does. Dr. Chauhan, wonderful to be in an event with you again, and also to share this event with my good friends, Professor Vijay Rahor and Professor Sanjay Misra. Thank you very much indeed. I am a software engineer, and I hope that you agree with me that software has a great role to play in making a greener world for all of us, a more sustainable world for all of us. You will, of course, be aware that we use software in just about every form of transportation that we have. Whether you came to the event today by train, plane, automobile, car, whatever, you use some sort of software. In many cities around the world, even the rented scooters use software, both for GPS to identify where they are and for billing, etc. We've seen the plans that are there for NASA to go back to the moon and ultimately onto Mars. And people ask, why are we spending so much money on going to space? Down in the bottom left, you'll see the Indian mission to go back to space. And this seems like an awful lot of money to spend on something that is very far off, but we learn so much from doing this. We set ourselves grand challenges, and these grand challenges pay us back with all sorts of information. In fact, it is law in the US that anything that NASA works on in terms of research has to have an application in an area outside of space exploration. So as you can imagine, a lot of work on image processing, a lot of work on Earth observation, a lot of work on satellites and launches has been developed as part of that NASA's remit to go to space, ultimately to the moon and on to Mars. I have a colleague who is absolutely obsessed with getting rid of traffic lights. He believes we don't need self-driving cars to do that. We just need cars that are a little bit more sensible and a little bit more connected. And he's right. I have a car that I don't drive very often because I'm away too much. My car, when the battery goes low, it sends me an email to remind me to start it. And I can start it remotely using an app. These are the sort of things that we're using nowadays to make green technology much more accessible. In fact, there was an experiment in the UK last year where they put transponders in cars, so when a car came to a red traffic light, it wouldn't stop. Rather, what they would do is they would slow down, so as they approached the red traffic light, the car would slow, not requiring it to stop at the red light, but reaching the traffic light when the traffic light had gone green. So while it had to slow down, it was able to continue moving. And this reduced carbon emissions by 2/3. This is a significant move in the green direction. Over the last 25 years, NASA has put 5 different robots on Mars and then followed up more recently with 2 others, and also the now famous helicopter on Mars. And that helicopter is able to bring much, much more information, much more data. And we've seen the wonderful images that we've gotten from the rovers and the fantastic data that they have collected on the planet. And at the end of last year, we saw the launch of the most advanced scientific instrument ever built. This is JWST, the James Webb Space Telescope. In this photograph, this is the actual telescope. It's not a model, it's not a plastic replica. It is the real telescope, just without the lenses, because the lenses have to be kept isolated and free from any sort of contamination. This is, as I say, the JWST, the James Webb Space Telescope. It's already sending us back amazing images. It's already allowing us to see into the creation of our environment, of our universe, and understanding how the universe began, why we have certain resources in certain places. And as a result, all of this will help us to develop better green technologies. This is the group of people who built this space telescope. Not everyone, but most of these people are software engineers. So while it's a physical device, most of the people involved in this are software specialists and software technologists. And you can't see it, but that person back there in the red shirt, in the white shirt with the red arrow is me. So we've seen software being used to improve in this industrial production. We've seen it being used to improve telecommunications. We've seen software being the basis for Industry 4.0, and already we're talking about Industry 5.0. And unfortunately, over the last 3 years or so, we've seen how reliant we are on software for treating patients, for identifying people who are sick, to identify those people they came in contact with, and of course, to monitor those who are sick and to give them life-saving treatment. A lot of that is done with very simple devices that many of you probably have in your pockets or in front of you right now. A very simple smartphone that can run very simple apps, but collect lots of data and provide that data back to app providers who are giving us a service with the app for free or greatly reduced, and then using that data to determine better technologies, to determine better practices and better results that will be of use to us. We rely on this similar technology for all sorts of financial transactions. During COVID and lockdown, a lot of us bought everything online. We had food delivered from restaurants and supermarkets, and we performed most of our financial transactions online. And of course, that opened the area of cybersecurity, something that is a big issue for all of us to contend with. You are probably all familiar with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. These are 17 goals to be achieved by the end of 2030. In fact, there are 169 different actions, and they cover eradicating poverty, eradicating hunger, improving health, improving education, improving equality in various types of ways, improving production, caring for our climate, caring for water, caring for the land, etc. So each year in July, the United Nations publishes the SDG Pulse, and that pulse identifies the topics that will be important. And this is identified by the United Nations Commission on Trade and Development, or UNCTAD. So all of these are to be achieved by the end of 2030. So each year, UNCTAD identifies which of the various 17 goals are more important for the coming year. And this is highlighted in this SDG Pulse. So very important to all of us, of course, is climate action, because the climate action will affect the quality of our air, the quality of our water, the quality of our food and agriculture, how much that costs for us. Climate action will help to either eradicate or increase poverty. Climate action will make a huge difference to all of us. It is important how we transport goods, how we transport ourselves, how we contribute to changes in climate. So IEEE have initiated a climate change initiative. So a number of committees have been set up by the president of IEEE, and they are charged with directing IEEE's resources and its technical know-how into improving the climate situation. And only in the last few weeks, we've seen how lots of Europe are burning up, from Italy to Greece, and in the last few days, Spain and Portugal. Previously to that, it had been France. Other parts of Europe including my own country, are flooding, not heating. So climate change is undeniable, it is absolutely there, but committing to SDG 13, climate action, is absolutely essential. And there's so much we can do as engineers and computing specialists to reduce the amount of power we need for various things, to better generate the power that we do need, to ensure that transportation is far more efficient and effective. And ultimately, this will contribute to all 17 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I'll now do a little bit of shameless promotion. I am running in the election to be president-elect of IEEE Computer Society. I would gratefully appreciate the support of any of you who are members. If you have been a graduate student or higher member on the 1st of June, you're eligible to vote. And even if you're not eligible to vote, we had a town hall last week between myself and the other candidate for president-elect, and that is now available on the IEEE Computer Society website. And you may find it interesting as we discuss various topics, including climate change and the SDGs. Thank you so much. It's always wonderful to be with my friends in India. I love India very much. I haven't been since before COVID, and I look forward to coming again and to visiting all my friends, including in Rajasthan and especially at Amity. Thank you all very much indeed.
Professor Hinchi, it's always a pleasure to listen to you. And for the presidential election, all the very best from all of us.
Thank you very much.
And the progress that we're making in the directions, these are commendable. We all appreciate it and we draw inspiration from your work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You're so kind. Thank you. And thank you to everyone.
Now there was a change, Professor Hinchi, and thank you very much for adjusting to that change. Now, as per the schedule as well, I would request, since our roots are deep-rooted towards the tradition, I would want the dignitaries to come forward for the lighting of the lamp. May I request all the dignitaries to come forward for the lighting of the lamp?
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणाम्बरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः.
Thank you, dignitaries. May I request Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to felicitate our guest of honor, Sanjay Mishra, sir. Sachin, sir. Come. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we also are joined by our chief guest, Professor N.P. Pari. Sir, please welcome, sir. May I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to felicitate our chief guest, Professor N.P. Pari, sir, with bouquet and memento. May I request Pro Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor G.K. Aseri, sir, to felicitate our guest of honor, Dr. Vijay S. Rathore, sir. I request our online guests and Professor Mike Hinchy to accept our virtual greetings.
Thank you very much. I'm rather jealous that I'm not there with my good friends Vijay and Sanjay. And thank you all very much. And special thanks to Dr. Manju Kaushik for the great work she's done in putting this together and for her help with various special issues that we're running together. Thank you.
Thank you, Hinchi sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for all your support. You've been great on those special issues and appreciate it very, very much.
Now I'll take a moment to introduce the organizing chair, ICGETEI 2023, Dr. Manju Kaushik. Dr. Kaushik is professor with Amity Institute of Information Technology at Amity University, Rajasthan, and deputy director, Amity Innovation Incubator Center, ECEL, head faculty, coordinator, IEEE and ACM, branch counselor and technical clubs, IEEE ACM, Amity University, Rajasthan. Presently, she is the executive member at Rajasthan subsection of IEEE and ACM, life member of ISTE and CSI. I request, Madam, to enlighten the audience about the conference.
Thank you, Ravi sir. Namaskar. Namaskar. Good morning, students. After witnessing the grand success of ICGETEI 2022, with more than 250 paper presentation from across the globe, glad to welcome all the dignitaries, academicians, researchers, and participants to ICGETEI 2023. With a vision to build a global alliance in the research and development directing towards innovation, the ICGETEI 2023 encapsulates the latest advancements and challenges in the field of green environment, technology, entrepreneurship through innovation. It organizes 3 conferences under the banner of ICGETEI 2023. The first theme of the conference on advances in intelligent application and innovative approach, AIAIA 2023. Technology will focus upon emerging technologies that are characterized by radical novelty, relatively fast growth, coherence, prominent impact, uncertainty, and ambiguity. The second theme of the conference is Innovation, Entrepreneurship, and Technology, IET 2023, would investigate the emerging trends and innovations in the business area. The conference also aims to provide a platform to identify the factor growths and sustainable factors of various business models. The third theme of the conference is Sustainable Development in Applied Science, Technology, and Engineering, will be the tribute to the great innovation in science that changed the world entirely. During the 3-day conference, more than 150 papers will be presented, authored by more than 60 academicians, researchers from various countries across the globe. The conference will be instrumental in evaluating the effects and implications of science, technology, innovation, entrepreneurship in a transdisciplinary context. The scientists, researchers, academicians, Industrialists from across the globe will interact and exchange knowledge on green environment, technology, and advancement that contribute the pursuit of research and development. We are connecting with the eminent scientists, academicians, the researchers from the more than 10 countries through ICGETI 2023. The conference research papers will be published with Scopus indexed, Web of Science indexed, UGC approved journals, and IGI Global. We would like to express our gratitude to SCRB, NSDL, and DST PERS for their support and sponsorship, and welcome all the eminent speakers, participants, and attendees for making their presence at the conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. Now I take the privilege to introduce patron ICGETEI 2023, Professor Dr. G.K. Aseri. Sir is currently Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean Academics, and Director of Amity Institute of Microbial Technology. He is also Director of Internal Quality Assurance Cell, IQAC, to institutionalize academic and administrative quality at Amity University, Rajasthan. And sir is already here. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you. Thank you. So, Honorable Vice Chancellor, guest of the day, Professor Pade, Director MNIT, Professor Mishra, Professor Rathod, Professor Hinchi, and online and offline participants, our Dean, Directors, OSD, Registrar, teaching and non-teaching officials of the university, faculty member and students. It's a great matter of pride that we are organizing this conference third time in the university with a big number of research contribution in form of papers, posters, and many more. As a university, our main aim is to provide exposure to our PhD scholars, students, and faculty members by organizing this type of event. And we ensure this type of event will provide a learning window where the people will make new relations and move further in the respective domain. As this conference covering a lot of different area, which are almost covering SDGs of UN. So congratulations to Dr. Manju and full team for taking this initiative and organizing this conference where directly students and many domains are taking benefit. So few points I will put in front of you. The SDG, as a university, we are also participating not only in the environmental sustainability, but also in overall, whether maybe the IT services, whether in the food or the sustainable treatment to the environmental waste on campus or through vendors. The university treat its all waste material, solid, liquid, e-waste as per the norms given by the international bodies and national bodies. And besides the launching of all NEP points in the university system since 2006, university is having the flexibility, credit choice-based credit system, multiple minor degrees, minor tracks, and all we have in the system where NEP has just launched and we are also doing. So a lot of different exposure we are providing to the students. And recently we have made in 2019 onwards, it's the industry integration in the each department, where each and every department is having industry boards, where experts are coming. They are contributing in the program development. They are contributing in providing the hand-holding to the faculty members. They are giving the research targets, topics, guiding PhD scholars, and finally, they are the end users. So industry integration is well merged in all the departments of the university. This is the one practice. On behalf, we have organized a lot of accreditation and ranking in the university, which will be directly benefit to the university and provide visibility in the market. So well, I will not take much time. Congratulations, Dr. Manju and your full team for organizing, and big thanks to all the dignitaries, including the chief guest and Professor Rathod and Professor Mishra and Professor Hinchi and many more for giving time to our organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the welcome address. Now I'll take the privilege to introduce Honorable Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Rajasthan, and patron, ICGETEI 2023, Professor Dr. Amit Jain. Professor Jain is currently President, Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Rajasthan, and has priorly served as the Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean Faculty of Management, and Director, Amity Business School, Director, International Collaborations, and Professor, Tapni School of Business at Manipal University, Jaipur. Professor Amit has been a visiting professor with University of Technology, UTS Sydney, Australia, Zecny Swan University, Hungary, and Celanos University, Slovakia. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Ravi. First of all, very warm welcome and greetings to all the honored guests, the chief guest of the occasion, Professor Narayan Prasad Paddy, our guest of honor, Professor Sanjay Mishra, our guest of honor, Professor Vijay Singh Rathod, all my deans and directors, my pro-vice chancellor sitting on the dais, the organizing secretary of the entire convention, Dr. Manju Kaushik, the conference chairs, Dr. Yudhvir, Dr. Chitresh Banerjee, Dr. Dipali, Dr. Naveen, Dr. Harish, because we have 3 different conferences parallelly going on as part of this convention. And all my dear students, some of them sitting voluntarily, some of them asked to sit, some of them just sitting out of curiosity, what this conference is all about, and some of them actually going to present their research work. A very warm welcome to one and all. It is indeed a matter of great pleasure and pride that we are organizing this conference for the 3rd time. This is the 3rd edition of this conference after very highly successful 2 conferences where we have seen hundreds of paper presentations, several international delegates participating, several keynote addresses being delivered from all over the world, from different countries. And with the result of the previous 2 conferences, we have been able to publish hundreds of papers in form of special issues of some reputed journals, in form of edited books, and in form of Scopus Index conference proceedings. So after 2 very successful editions, now the 3rd time we have gathered to talk about green environment, to talk about technology, and to talk about innovation. And as all my dear students here will agree, that we believe in practicing what we preach. So every bit of this conference, we actually practice in reality, and all my 4,000 odd students, some of whom are present here, are witness to this fact. Sir, to give you a brief idea, since you are coming to our campus for the first time, as part of the Amity group, there are organizations that are driven by vision and mission, right? And the core values. We do have that. But over and above, we are an institution, we are an organization that is driven by passion and commitment of our founder president and our honorable chancellor. A passion to make India a knowledge superpower. A passion to put India on the education map of the world. And with this dream and with this vision, sir, today we have 12 university campuses in India. We have 18 campuses overseas, and we are no doubt the most international, the most globalized, and the largest education group in the country, and I believe in the world, because at a given point of time, close to 2 lakh students are associated with our 12 Indian campuses, 18 overseas campuses, 25 schools and preschools. In addition to that, 300 other institutions, which include global business schools and several other domains. We have a combined faculty pool of around 6,000. If I talk about Amity University, Rajasthan, sir, this is a 150-acre, beautiful, clean and green campus. And as I said, that we live every bit of it, the conference theme. This is a truly sustainable campus. My Pro-Vice Chancellor talked few things about it. Sir, we have a beautiful lake that you might have observed while coming here. This is actually a water recycling plant. We have a solar farm. People talk about being carbon neutral. If we actually calculate our carbon sequestration, probably will be negative, because we have more number of trees than the people living on this campus. So that's about the green environment that I'm talking about. Best of the class of waste management practices we have adopted at this campus. And in fact, as it is said that the flight of great men achieved and kept are not achieved by a sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. So my entire team of administration, my entire team of support staff is really toiling day and night to keep this campus truly clean and truly green. So that's about the environment part, sir. For last 2 years, we are participating in the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking. And I'm very happy to share that we have been ranked amongst the top 200, 300 in the world across the institutions from the globe. And that's really a commendable achievement, and it showcases our commitment to the environment. In terms of technology, sir, it is not only the kind of programs that we offer. I mean, you talk about cybersecurity. Professor Hinchi talked about the importance of software engineering and the role of softwares all over the world. We have best of the programs because every school is supported by an industry-driven advisory board, and the board is chaired not by the director of the school or the institution, but by the industry expert. And we get real-time feedback that these kind of additions in the pedagogy, these type of additions in the curriculum we can make. And with the result, we have data sciences, we have artificial intelligence, we have cybersecurity, we have digital marketing, we have biotech, we have food tech, all the programs that we can think of, and every sphere of technology we are touching. So dear students, sometimes when you sit in these conferences, which are very high-end academic endeavors from the institution's part, you think that what's in it for me? What is there in this conference for all of you? Because all of you are part of a professional degree program. And what is job of a professional? The job of a professional is to create a better world. And how you create a better world? You create a better world by including your technology, by including your knowledge and your learning in each and every aspect, right? So this is an era of convergence. We used to talk about technology. We used to live in silos. ठीक है, वो कई बार ऐसा कहा जाता है ना कि इतनी दीवारें बन गई इस घर के दरमिया, घर ही कहीं खो गया दीवारों दर के दरमिया, right? So that has happened with education in our country, that people have been working in silos. So management will work differently, technology will work differently. Technology school and management school will not talk to each other. Psychology will not talk to the technology. But conferences like this help us to break these silos and bring multidisciplinarity in each and everything we do. So as I said, this is an era of convergence. So today, you combine education with technology, it become edutech. Best of the startups have come in edutech. You all know about it. Many of them are regular recruiters at your campus, right? We combine agriculture and technology, it becomes agritech. We combine biology with technology, it becomes biotech. And the list is endless. So anywhere, in fact, I was talking to some of my faculty members from the arts and creative schools, and I believe now there is a greater role played by technology in their domain also, because we do teach visual graphics, we do teach the advanced softwares for animation, creating graphics, creating drawings, and creating best of the architectural designs. So technology is everywhere. And the third part is innovation, right? And sir, very interesting part that I'll share. And this also talks about the commitment of our founder and our chancellor. They have dedicated their birthdays to social causes. And our chancellor, Dr. Aseem Chauhan, who himself is a very well-known investor and entrepreneur and a very renowned educationist, he celebrates his birthday as Innovation Day. So we have a innovation week in all Amity campuses. where all our students work on their projects, prepare models, prepare plans, prepare projects, and showcase to the entire group. So at all universities, this 7-day innovation week and on the birthday of Honorable Chancellor, Innovation Day is celebrated, and we reward the best of the innovation. So innovation is also something which is in our world. In fact, Honorable Chancellor has written a book, VUCA in Startups. And he talks about that any starter need to have an explorer's mindset. And all the entrepreneurs need to learn to innovate, no doubt about it. But in addition to that, experiment and explore so that they learn fast, they fail fast, and then they again pivot and they rebuild their businesses. And that is the reality of the business world also today. So as I said, we live each and every word of this conference, and that's the reason there is something in this particular conference for all of you. I once again thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to talk to all of you. And I thank all of you for a very patient listening. I once again extend a very warm welcome to all the honored guests present here in physical mode as well as present online. Thank you so much. Have a very great conference and a very great learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Your address is thought-provoking and creative as well, especially combining technology with everything that we are doing is a great thought, sir. Now, I would like to introduce our guest of honor, Dr. Sanjay Mishra, sir. Professor Sanjay Mishra is a senior member of IEEE and ACM Distinguished Lecturer. He is presently a senior scientist at the Institute of Energy Technology, Halden, Norway. Before joining IFE, he was associated with the Computer Science and Communication Department of Østfold University College, Halden, Norway. And I see sir standing right besides. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Namaskar to everybody. Respected Chancellor, sir, Vice Chancellor Professor Amit Jain, Deputy Vice Chancellor Professor Asheri, Chief Guest Professor Pandya, Guest of Honor Professor Rathore, Conference Chair Professor Manju Kaushik, Chairs of various committees and all members, esteemed guests, ladies, gentlemen, my dear students. This is an incredible honor to stand before you today as the recipient of the guest of honor as this prestigious conference. I'm deeply humbled by these recognitions and immensely grateful to all of you for bestowing upon me this privilege. I must first express my sincere gratitude to the organizers of this conference for inviting me to be the part of the remarkable gathering. Your dedication to advancing knowledge, fostering innovation, and promoting the meaningful dialogues is truly inspiring. Today, I stand before you to shed light on a topic of the utmost significance, the interaction of the green environment, technology, and entrepreneurship through innovation. This topic is very important in the context of the great nation, India. This conference holds the key to a prosperous and sustainable future for our nation. Let us delve into this disclosure by examining the three critical factors. They are the intelligent applications and innovation approaches, innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology, and sustainability development. Our nation, a tapestry for the diverse cultures and landscape, is also an incubator of the ideas and innovation. As we navigate the challenges of the rapidly changing world, it is imperative that we harness our creativity, resourcefulness, and technological prowess to pave the way for a sustainable and prosperous future. Imagine a world where our cities breathe clean air, our rivers flows unpolluted, and our ecosystems flourish. This is not just a dream, but an achievable reality through intelligent application and innovation approaches. The intersection of the technology and the green environment is the cornerstone of this transformation. From smart energy grids that optimize the power consumption to precision agriculture that minimize waste and maximize the yield, our nation has the potential to lead the charge in harnessing the innovative solutions. We all know that innovation is the heartbeat of the progress and the entrepreneurship is its driving force. We have seen remarkable instances where visionary entrepreneurs have transformed industries and societies through their innovative solutions. We are doing great in various sectors, from space exploration to biotechnology. Our nation has showcased its potential on the global stage. However, the challenges we face today demand a paradigm shift towards the sustainability development. Incorporating the sustainability into these fields is not just an option, but it is an obligation. The academia industry collaboration can play a pivotal role in this endeavor. As we reflect on the discussion and insights shared during this conference, I'm reminded of the power of the interdisciplinary collaboration. Albert Einstein, who once said, the source of knowledge is experience. Each one of us in this room brings a unique perspective, a wealth of experience, and a diverse range of the ideas. It is an exchange of these ideas that we find a spark of the creativity, the impetus for the progress, and the foundation for the solution to some of the most pressing challenges facing our world today. The challenges we face today are complex and multifaceted, often requiring diverse perspective and expertise to find the solution. By working together across disciplines, we can unlock the new possibilities and uncover innovative approaches that may have otherwise eluded us. This conference is a testament of the power of the synergy and the potential that emerges when the brilliant minds unite. As we immerse ourselves in the sessions and discussions over the coming days, let us challenge ourselves to think beyond the limits of our current understanding. Let us embrace curiosity, welcome diversity of thoughts, and engage in respectful dialogues that broadens our horizons. The solution we seek may lie in the intersections of the field, in the convergence of the ideas previously, though unrelated. In conclusion, I want to express my gratitude once again for this incredible honor and the privilege of standing before such a distinguished audience. Let us seize this opportunity to learn, to inspire, to be inspired. Let our interactions have paved the way for a brighter, more innovative, and more harmonious future. Thank you, and let's embark on this journey of discovery and collaboration together. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Sanjay sir. Now, I'd like to briefly introduce our guest of honor, Professor Dr. Vijay Singh Rathore, sir. Sir is presently working as Professor Computer Science Engineering and Director Outreach at JECRC Jaipur, and is Member Chair, ACM Jaipur Chapter. In the past, Chairman, CSI Jaipur Chapter, having teaching experience of 20 plus years, 5 patents published, 20 PhD supervised, published 94 research papers and 10 books, edited 12 plus conference proceedings with Scopus SCI indexing, and is associated as editor and reviewer in some reputed journals. Sir has received 20 plus national and international awards of repute. His core research areas include internet security, cloud computing, big data, and IoT. He has organized and participated in 25 plus national and international conferences of repute. Sir is an active academician and always welcoming and forming innovative ideas in various dimensions of education and research for the better development of the society. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning to all of you. Honorable Vice Chancellor Amit Jain sir, our Honorable Chief Guest Narayan Prasad ji, Sanjay Mishra ji, Asari sir, and the organizer of the conference, Manju Kaushik madam, my dear colleague, faculty members, and the students, and special greetings to the students who are busy in the mobile. And I would also like to give my special respect to Professor Mike Hinchi, who is sitting from USA. And Professor Mike Hinchi, it's very nice to see you after a long time. And I hope you recovered from your, he has been suffering with some health issues for a long time. And it's a very nice to see you here in this conference and delivering a keynote speech. So, and hope to
Thank you.
meet you soon, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would also like to thank MIT University for inviting me here and give the opportunity to interact with you all people. I'll not speak more than 1 or 2 minutes. These types of conferences where we come and meet each other, there are a lot of opportunities which we can witness here and we can learn from here. Basically, the knowledge sharing, whatever knowledge we want to develop or to improve our research, we can get those types of knowledges from these types of platforms, and the vice versa also. Whatever research we have been doing and we want to disseminate the research, we want to share the research with the other researchers. So these are the platforms to share your research. And when we share our research, we come to know the lacunas, the limitations, and the scope of the improvement in our research, so that we can improve that particular dimensions. Another thing is explore the world. By participating in these types of conferences, I personally share my experience. I have visited more than 10 countries, and the reason to visit all those countries was to attend some conferences or some delegations. But other than the technical part, exploring the world is also a nice idea. We should go out of our this own shell. We are sitting in some city and we are working in some organization. There are 4 or 5 people sometimes fighting. Professors are fighting with each other. And when we go outside in other universities and we go outside of the country also, then we see what actually the life is and what actually the world is. So world is not enough to visit. It's a very 205 countries are there. And if you visit one country in a year, you need 205 years to visit the whole world. So time is very limited. You select your 10 to 15 countries where you want to go, develop your good research. And when you are going to publish those research works, then you will get opportunities to visit all these countries. So explore is another, exploring the world is the another opportunity which we get from these conferences. And third thing is networking and collaborations. When we visit these type of conferences, we get opportunity to meet different kind of people, different kind of person. And by meeting those person, you can make your collaborations with them, whether it is project collaborations, conference collaborations, or just a friendship. Because in my personal experience, I met Professor Mike Hinchi in 2-3 conferences. And then we met there in London and Vietnam and this Thailand, all these countries. Then I invited him to come to India. And thank you so much, Professor Mike Hinchi. He has visited India on our 4 or 5 invitations in different conferences. And similarly, we invited other foreign professors also. We met them in the conferences, then we invited them in our Indian conferences. And they were very good, like people to visit India and grace us with their presence in our conferences. So by attending these conferences, it is not only about the knowledge. Knowledge we can get from the YouTube also. And after this lockdown, we have all learned how to get the knowledge from internet or YouTube or online platforms. But the personal meetings, the personal collaborations, the heart-to-heart feelings sharing, all these can be possible only these types of platforms. So I would like to again thank to the MIT University for organizing this such a nice conference, collecting the people from all over the world, online, offline, and the students who are sitting here. Please don't waste your time. You just try to get some ideas from these conferences, how you can make your life better, as very well said by Professor Amit Jain, that we are learning the technology to make this world better. And to make this world better, you need to get some good ideas, how to make this world better. And this is the platform which can help you better. So thank you so much. And thanks to all the participants. And I wish the participants who are going to present their papers, they will present the paper with their good ideas and others will learn from them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. I now enjoy the privilege to introduce our chief guest, Professor Narayan Prasad Padi. Sir is chairperson, IC, governing body, IIIT Kota, director, MNIT Jaipur, and director, IIIT Kota. He is a professor of electrical engineering and has served as Dean of Academic Affairs at IIT Roorkee. He is the founder head, Mehta Family School of Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, professor in charge training and placement, NEE TCO, and institute chair professor at IIT Roorkee. Professor Narayan Prasad research interests is in the area of power system engineering and smart grid. He has successfully supervised 16 research scholars in the past and is currently guiding 27 research scholars. He has authored over 220 papers and articles in international journals with an overall citation of 8,700 plus, H index 47, I index 130. He has also authored 6 textbooks and filed 3 patents, out of which 1 has been granted. His popular NPTEL online course on Introduction to Smart Grid has over 50,000 views. His new NPTEL course on Smart Grid, Basics to Advanced Technologies, focuses on the practical research challenges of smart grid and provides laboratory demonstration. As senior member of IEEE and Power and Energy Society, IEEE USA, he has actively contributed to various IEEE professional activities as chair, PES Network Charging Working Group and chair, IEEE Roorkee subsection. He has served as vice chair, CIGRE, National Study Committee on C4 Power System Technical Performance. He is actively involved in the Mission Innovation, MI 2.0, Green Powered Future Mission, engaging with about 24 countries on the international platform. Professor Narayan Prasadji has served as a visiting professor fellow at Canadian and UK universities. His research engagements supported institutional tie-ups with eminent US universities, MIT, Texas, A&M, and WSU. UK universities, Bath, Cardiff, Edinburgh, and Durham. DTU, Denmark, and industry partners like TERI, BSES Delhi, Tata Power, and ABB. I request our chief guest to address the audience. Over to you, sir. Ravi.
So, very good morning. Good morning. You know my responsibility today. Apologies for reaching the venue a bit late. My responsibility is to wake you up. I have identified 4 students in this room, and my job is to make them up. And I'm very sure from my first line itself, one of them already charged up. And I'm waiting for the next 3 to wake up, okay? So, excellent. To start with, actually, Ashok Chauhanji, Chief Patron, Asim Chauhanji, Chief Patron, Amit Jainji, Vice Chancellor of Amity University. Then we have GK Aseriji, Pro Vice Chancellor, And then we have guest of honor, Sanjay Misra ji. Then we have guest of honor, uh, Rathore ji, am I right? Yeah. And then the rest of the guests on the dais as well as off the dais. I could see there's a gentleman, many of you appreciated his presence today. And I'm also very happy to see Professor Mike, am I right? Professor Mike is there, okay. So very nice meeting you, sir. Uh, Finally, participants and dear student friends. From the title itself, if you look into Third International Convention on Green Environment, Technology and Entrepreneurship, let me answer few questions before we proceed for the technical talk. Do you know the installed energy capacity of this country? I'll ask you very general questions, okay? Please be participatory, be active. Even your answer is wrong, still I will not disappoint you, but help you to answer correctly. What is the value or the magnitude of energy installed in this country today? We all are supposed to know, irrespective of the branch. It is not necessarily electrical, mechanical, civil, but when we talk about environment, when we talk about green power, it is the responsibility of every Indian citizen to know what is the value of installed capacity of energy today. Can you guess, my dear friends? No idea? Okay, good. The answer is actually close to, because I do not want to get into the the accuracy of the value, but just to thumb rule is that 500 gigawatt. You know what is giga, am I right? Correct. So 500 gigawatt is our installed capacity in India as of now. I'm trying to connect the current scenario to future. Amiji, we have 10-15 minutes to go, am I right? Please stop me when you feel bored, okay? Are you feeling bored, last benchers? Okay, sure. So when it is going to be 500 gigawatt is our installed capacity, can you tell me what would be the peak energy requirement of this country? You understand what is peak energy requirement? Means how much energy do we need at a given point of time of the whole day? Am I right? Can you answer this? Certainly not, because you could not answer installed capacity. So perhaps it is very difficult to answer the peak demand. But I will help you in a way. Tell me, is it more than 500 or less than 500? More than 500. There is a noise. You all agree that the requirement is more than the installed capacity? Why do you say that? You can be louder, please. It's an interactive session. Why it is more than 500 gigawatt? Because you see most of the time you don't get electricity. Most of the time we see our rural Rajasthan is not getting electricity. And most of the time you see fluctuations in energy. So your immediate response is that the energy available to me is always less than my requirement. But unfortunately, you all are wrong with this answer. The requirement is less than 40% of the installed capacity, my dear friends. Again, to make you easy to understand, I'm not giving you the decimal figures, but let us assume the peak energy requirement on a given day, any day, is close to 200 gigawatt. Is it okay? So 500 gigawatt is my installed capacity. 200 gigawatt is my requirement, even though some of our villages not able to celebrate Diwali on the day of Diwali. Is it not the responsibility of every citizen to wake up and provide solutions where we are going wrong? The answers are a bit natural. We are in Jaipur city. Don't feel that the whole country is Jaipur, my dear friends. Don't understand that. There are a lot of challenges that need to be addressed. And you can only address, because we are not a very rich country, okay? So you cannot buy the technology easily from Western world. So you have to have your own technology to cater your rural friends. And to do that, you need to be more innovative. So this conference is very timely. And I'm very sure the next 10, 15 minutes I'm going to speak probably help most of us to contribute for some extent based on your capabilities and thought processes. Now, what happens? Those 500 gigawatt of installed capacity today constitute many sources of generations, starting from nuclear, thermal, hydro, solar, wind, many type of generations. But is solar energy is available to you throughout the day? No. That 500 gigawatt that I mentioned, that constitutes your solar energy also. So as बारिश हो गया, rainy day है, cloudy day है, तो आपको energy नहीं मिलेगा. आपके पास तो energy है, लेकिन वो produce नहीं करेंगे. तो मेरा जो 200 gigawatt की peak requirement है, उसको meet out करने में मुश्किल होगा मेरे लिए. Are you getting my point? And because of which we are energy scarcity country, or we are actually, we need to install more energy resources to cater the ambitious middle class Indian citizens in next decade to come. Okay. So my argument here, similarly, what about wind? Do you get wind energy all the time? No. So similarly, what about thermal power plants? They don't operate because shortage of coal. We don't operate hydropower plant because sometimes there is a flood or scarcity of water. Sometimes nuclear power plants face challenge because of import of nuclear elements. So now you got the answer, am I right? The linkage, even having so much of installed capacity, they do not operate with its maximum capacity due to many constraints where we need innovation. Clear? And hence, today we are at a mark, but the good news is 5 to 10 years passed down the line, we were peak energy deficit of close to 5%. Means 5% of Indian citizens do not get electricity during peak hours. But today, I have been told we are just 100% in the sense, at least the requirement is we can produce, means the peak energy deficit is less than 0.5% as of now, or maybe we are plus 0.5% if possible. But that is not enough. Do you know, developed countries do have no peak energy deficit at all, and perhaps they do have 40 to 50% excess energy available to them as a preserve. And we have to grow in that direction. Now, what is the biggest challenge for this country? We all are middle class, to my understanding, excluding few. And what is the advantage of middle class, you know? They are very hardworking and their aspiration level is also very, very high. Some of them are very disappointed. They feel, no, I am very rich and why are you saying middle class? Don't feel bad about it. Middle class also do have a big range, you know. So we do a lot of aspiration. What are those aspirations? When I was young, we had no air conditioners. We had only one fan and we all used to sleep in one room before 50 years. Today, I have a home in which there are 4 bedrooms and 1 drawing room. And I have put 5 air conditioners. And I very rarely visit all the 4 bedrooms even in 1 year. Because we are husband-wife, we spend time in 1 bedroom. और बाकी 3 खाली पड़ा है. Then you feel नहीं पूजा रूम में भी काफी गर्मी हो रहा है तो वहां पे भी एक एसी लगा दो. Yes or no? Yes. So what crime we are doing? Consuming more energy. By doing so, you are making your rural Indian friends or your families not getting electricity because we are a country of energy scarcity. Are you getting my point? So it is very, very important for middle class to control themselves. What is the real need of energy and energy utilization become a factor. Now, the new additional challenge this country is going to face is electric vehicles. I am an ambassador to electric vehicles. I do advocate electric vehicle is a good thing. But do you know how many electric vehicles do we have in this country today? Guess kariye. Young boys, why you are not dynamic? Come on, answer something. How many electric vehicles do you see in this country? Guess 100,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakhs. Some of them will be 2 lakh. Very good. It's not 2 lakh. It is more than that. 5 lakhs. More than that. No, it is more. No more. No more. No, it is still more. So I will prove you wrong all the time. It is very, very close to 5 CR of electric vehicles today on road in this country. Please try to understand. That means it is not necessarily to be your only electric cars, but it could be rickshaws. Any device that operates with battery charging and discharging can be considered as a vehicle or consumer for me. Now, the biggest challenge what we're going to see, I'm going to answer after some time. Now, tell me, what time you have solar energy? Daytime, am I right? Okay. What time you get wind energy? Solar energy, dekho, the moment I ask a question, you should answer whether it is right or wrong, doesn't matter. Solar energy is available to you during daytime and wind energy is available to you during midnight. ठीक है? कभी समुंदर के किनारे 12 बजे 11 बजे रात को गए नहीं ना? काफी हवा चलता है. That's why all the wind power plants are installed offshore. समुंदर की 5-10 किलोमीटर अंदर wind power plant खड़ा किया जाता है, because of which you get maximum wind during night time. Okay, and sunny day could be around 11 a.m. or 12 a.m. Rajasthan is a bit sunny, so no worry about it. But I always tell a statement, and I'm very sure that Mike will agree with me. Mike, am I able to, am I audible? Okay. God
Yep,
is,
you are.
yeah, God is not very kind to engineer. Do you agree with this? God is not very kind to engineers. You know why?
Why is that?
God has given you solar energy during daytime. God has given you wind energy during midnight. But the peak energy requirement of any human community in this globe is at a time when neither solar nor wind is available. Many people have not observed this concept, only researchers know it. The energy which has been given to you free is available at a time when you do not need the most. And hence, innovation, research, creation become mandatory. So what is the peak time when you need maximum energy? Close to 7 p.m. Okay, when you do not have solar, we do not have wind, and everyone switch on their lights, office is off, airports are shining, street lights are on, the country is glowing, party, enjoyment, celebration, whatnot. And that is the time you need maximum energy, but it is not available. So the question with us, we carry that responsibility on our shoulder. To answer that question, how do I cater my requirements at 7 p.m. is a question. So what you have done, we have gone for battery, where we started storing the energy during morning and also storing energy during evening peak and started discharging during 7 p.m. as and when required. So that is an innovation that you all can create. But the biggest challenge, I'm now interlinking whatever a single, if I alter a word, they're all interlinked. So please do not miss a single dot. If you miss a dot, that means you do not understand my lecture at all. If you connect those dots, at the end, after 2-3 minutes, we will all celebrate in a different way. Now, my question is, if all the millions and millions of electric vehicles or the batteries or UPS at our home, they are on operation, what time they charge? What time they charge? Night. क्यों? दिन में क्यों नहीं होगा? मैं तो देखा हूं actually हाईवे में दिन में इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल चार्ज होता है? You don't guess my, yeah, engineers do not guess answers. But मैंने थोड़ा आपको encourage किया guess करने के लिए, इसलिए आपने. It can be charged at any given point of time. You can charge daytime, you can charge nighttime. If you charge at 7 p.m., what will happen? क्या होगा? 7 बजे चार्ज करेंगे इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल, पापा 5 बजे घर आ गए, बैटरी डिस्चार्ज हो चुका है और उन्होंने चार्ज में बैठा दी गाड़ी. वही करते हैं हम लोग, क्योंकि सुबह जाना है ऑफिस ना पापा को. तो क्या होगा? एक तरफ से तो आपके पास एनर्जी नहीं था, आप एनर्जी स्कैर्सिटी थे, रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी अवेलेबल भी नहीं था उस टाइम, और आपने लोडिंग इतना बढ़ा दी, तो जो एपीक एनर्जी डेफिसिट जो 0% था और 1% था, that peak energy deficit become 10% and 20% and 25%. What you're doing, the moment you put an electric vehicle into charge, you are making one home near Jodhpur dark. When you put the second electric vehicle, you are making 2 homes dark, and slowly you are making villages, towns, 20% of Rajasthan become darker due to thousands of electric vehicles get charged in Jaipur. Are you getting my point? So that means we are not doing justice to this country by putting our electric vehicles in a random fashion. तो क्या होना चाहिए बेटा? आपके आंसर में मैं सहमत हूं. आपने जो बताया कि रात को चार्ज होना चाहिए, good, because night we all are sleeping. Am I right? So night if you charge, probably we do have excess power. When I talk about energy deficit, please don't misunderstand me. Energy deficit only takes place for a couple of hours during 7 to 8 p.m. But round the day, we have enough power. Morning 5 o'clock, midnight 12 o'clock, we have enough power because industries are closed, no MIT university, professors are taking rest, students are relaxing in hostel. So there is no activity. Until unless you do a bit of research in the midnight, that is a different story. So we need to guide electric vehicle to be charged at a time when the energy is not peak. How it is possible? एक छोटा सा डिवाइस लगाना है जहां पे आपको ग्रिड की पीक और ऑफ पीक आइडेंटिफाई करना है. आप जब चार्जिंग में डालोगी ना, the vehicle must understand whether the grid is at peak or off peak. And that is innovation. And we do not have this device as of now. इतना simple question है, crores of rupees कमा सकते हो. Clear? Impossible. And probably this innovation is not applicable to United States or North America or Europe because they have enough energy. उनको कभी भी चार्ज कर सकते हैं. लेकिन ये सॉल्यूशन इंडिया के लिए जरूरी है बिकॉज हमारे पास एनर्जी नहीं है. हमको कंजर्वेटिव वे में एनर्जी यूज करना है. हमको इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल चढ़ना है और साथ साथ उस टाइम चार्ज करना है जब हमारी लोड ऑफ पीक में हो. तो इज देयर एनी डिवाइस व्हिच कैन आइडेंटिफाई द पीक आवर और ऑफ पीक आवर ऑफ दिस कंट्री and based on it can charge and discharge? If you can do it, and that is innovation. Why the Germany vehicle which has been imported will give that facility? Because they don't feel this is a problem. So we need this problem actually need to be answered in this country. So I've just thrown out one example through which the whole theme of the conference about green energy, about innovation, about entrepreneurship is being addressed. But you have to think millions of problems of similar nature to address day by day. I am very happy to say that IIT Roorkee, where I almost worked 25 years prior to my MNIT Jaipur responsibility, we have made the campus completely smart. Today, there are 2 energy storage systems are physically present in this academic campus of IIT Roorkee of close to 200 plus 150 kilowatt hour. They have been integrated to 7 megawatt campus loading network. So whatever I was talking, which has been physically and practically implemented and experimented, but taking those technology into product, into market, we need innovators, we need managers, we need skill developers. A lot of things need to be done. So my urge to this wonderful gathering today to please see to that you contribute something with your best capability to the cause of this nation and make sure that every Indian citizen celebrate Diwali on the day of Diwali. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, uh, for explaining our students and everyone in the audience about the innovation through very practical examples. And the energy in the auditorium has also changed with your address. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen and honored guests, we were hopeful to be joined by our beloved Honorable Founder President, sir, and Honorable Chancellor, sir. I'll just do a quick check with the IT team, if you can confirm if Honorable Founder President, sir, or Honorable Chancellor, sir, have joined us. All right, with permission of the dignitaries and especially Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, it's time to release a souvenir. If I have your permission, I want all the dignitaries to come forward for the release of the souvenir. The souvenir showcases the hard work of the participants as well as the team behind ICGETEI 2023. Thank you very much, dignitaries. I would now request Dr. Yudhvir Singh, Associate Professor, AIIT, and Conference Chair, AIAIA of ICGETEI 2023 to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Ravi sir. Namaskar, good morning. Distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Mike Hinchi, Professor Sanjay Mishra, Professor V.S. Rathore, sir, distinguished chief guest, Professor N.P. Pades, Honorable Chief Patrons, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan and Dr. Asim Chauhan, Honorable Patrons, Professor Amit Jain, sir, and Professor G.K. Aseri, sir, Honorable Registrar, Dr. Nitin Bhardwaj, respected Dean, Directors, Coordinators of various institutions, Organizing Chair, Dr. Manju Kaushik, eminent speakers and delegates from all across the world, enthusiastic participants, faculty members, and students of Amity University, Rajasthan, Jaipur. A very good morning to one and all present here. I, Dr. Yudhvir Singh, on behalf of Amity University, Rajasthan, and the entire fraternity of the institutions, feel honored to propose a vote of thanks and extend my heartfelt gratitude towards our esteemed guests, and who, despite sitting in different time zone, take out a part of their valuable time to bless us with their words of wisdom. These carry a lot of meaning and encouragement for us. This is the time to thank each one of those without whom our planning to conduct these conventions would have remained merely a planning. I would like to start by thanking Almighty God, the omnipresent, by whose blessing we receive the strength to hold such a great event. I am grateful to our patrons, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Honorable Founder President, Sir, and Dr. Asim Chauhan, Dr. Asim Chauhan, Honorable Chancellor, Sir, Amity University, Rajasthan, who have been the everlasting source of inspiration and motivation for all of us. A special mention to Professor Amit Jain, Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Amity University, Rajasthan, Pattern ICGETI 2023, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as a pillar of strength. I am grateful to Professor G.K. Aseri, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, Amity University, Rajasthan, Provost, Dean Academics, Directors, Amity Institute of Microbial Technology, Amity University, Rajasthan, and Pattern ICGETI 2023, who has always been there as a guiding light during the planning and execution of this convention. I want to extend my generous thanks to Dr. Nitin Bhardwaj, Sir, Registrar, Amity University, Rajasthan, for his motivation and guidance that radiated a source of energy within us. I would like to a place on record my heartfelt gratitude for the timely advice and guidance by the Chief Advisor, Mr. Jasvi Babbar, CEO, Amity Innovation Incubator, and Mr. Vijayveer Singh, Vice President, Amity Innovation Incubator, General Chair, AIA 2023, Professor P.K. Kapoor, Director, ACIDR, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, and Professor Valentina Emila Blas, Professor, Automations and Applied Informatics, University of Arad, Romania, IET 2023, Dr. Samir Rohidia, Specialist, Business Intelligence and Data Warehouses, Hanover, Germany. Third conference, SDA SET 2023, Professor Kamal Kumar Dwivedi, Senior Vice President, RBEF, and Dr. Vinay Sharma, Director, Amity Institute of Biotechnology, Amity University, Rajasthan. And by our advisory board comprising of senior members, Professor S.L. Kothari, Sir, Distinguished Professor of Biotechnology and Vice President STIF, Professor Vinay Sharma, Dean Research and Director, Amity Institute of Biotechnology. Mr. Akshat Srivastava, Director HR, Amity University, Rajasthan, Professor Tanaya Verma, Director, Amity School of Architecture and Planning, Professor Suraj Bora, Professor and Director, Amity Law School, Professor Sanjeev Pal, Director, Amity School of Hospitality, Professor PVS Raju, Sir, Director, Amity Coast, Professor Jayati Misra, Director, ASCO, Mr. Sanjeev Singh Bal, Dean Students Welfare and Campus Life, DSW, Professor Rahul Tripathi, Sir, Proctor and Director, ASLA, Amity School of Liberal Arts, Mr. Akshay Jain, Director, Marketing and Admissions, Group Captains, Ajoy Mudalia, Director, Administration, Lieutenant Colonel Mukul Bhatia, Director, Hostel, Colonel Prahlad Singh, Director, Security, Dr. Ajay Jain, Deputy Directors, Plant Science, Amity Institute of Biotechnology, Professor Pankaj Kumar Pandey, Deputy Director, Asset, Professor Dipali Bhatnagar, Deputy Director, Amity Business School, Professor Sambadita Raj, Deputy Director, ASAFT, Amity School of Fashion Technology, Professor Jagdish Prasad, Sir, Coordinator, Amity School of Applied Sciences, Professor Deepa Chakravarti, Coordinator, Amity School of Languages, Professor Sapanesh Tather, Coordinator, Amity Institute of Information Technology, Brigadier G.S. Rathore, Sir, OSD2, Honorable Chancellor, Sir, Office in Charge, MTC, Brigadier Govind Singh Rathore, Deputy Director, General Administration, Amity University, Rajasthan, Mr. Ravi Verma, Assistant Director, Ascent, Amity University, Rajasthan, Mr. Suparna Ghosh, Controller of Examination, Amity University, Rajasthan. I am thankful to the organizing chair and convener, Dr. Manju Kaushik, who in spite of all the odds stood up with a great zeal to organize this convention. I am very much thankful to the national sponsoring agency, DST Sub, and technical sponsor, IEEE AUR, ACM AUR, Atal Innovation Mission and Institution Innovation Council. It would have been impossible to organize it without their support. We are indebted to our honorable guest of honor, Dr. Mike Hinchey, President of IFIP, the International Federation of Information Processing, UK. Professor Sanjay Misra, Ostfold University, Halden, Norway. Professor V.S. Rathod, Director Outreach, JCRC University, Jaipur. Distinguished Chief Guest Professor N.P. Patil, sir, Director MNIT, Jaipur, and Honorable Chief Guest Professor Sandeep Verma, Secretary, sir, to grace the inaugural session and benefit us immensely with their profound knowledge and pulse of wisdom. I take this opportunity to thank all the reviewers and technical committee member for providing the valuable comment on time, which I believe would have helped towards the improvement of quality of papers, which will be presented during the 3 days of the conventions in 3 conferences, namely Conference on Advanced in Intelligent Applications and Innovative Approach, AIAIA, Conference on Innovation, Entrepreneurship and Technology, IET, and Conference on Sustainable Development in Applied Sciences, Engineering and Technology, SDA-SET. I would have a special mention for a wonderful and a close-knit team without whom the convention would never have taken a shape, as Dr. Chitra Banerjee, Conference Chair, AIAIA, and his team, Professor Dipali Bhatnagar, Conference Chair, and Dr. Vinit Saxena, Conference Co-Chair, IET Conference, Dr. Naveen Kumar and Dr. Deepsika Rathore, Conference Chair, SDA-SET Conference, Dr. Ashwini Kumar Yadav, Dr. Vinit Saxena, Dr. Rakhi Bhutha, Dr. Deepsika Rathore, and Dr. Naveen Kumar as Session Organizing Committee, Dr. Tanushree Mukherjee, and Dr. Pallavi Misra, Mr. Tarun Batra, and Punit Baliswal for Publicity and Media Committee, Dr. Kaushal Kishore and Dr. Gunja Patni for Rapporteur Committee, Dr. Kumar Sambhav and Dr. Ravi Kumar, Delegates Committee, Mr. Vikas Chauhan and his team, Accommodation Committee, Mr. Vikas Chauhan and Dr. Sunil Kumar, Hospitality Committee, Mr. Kapil Dangi and Ms. Pragya Paliwal's Decoration Committee, Dr. Kumar Sambhav and Mr. Ram Pratap Singh, Transportation Committee, Professor Parul Misra, ma'am, Mr. Ravi Verma and Dr. Sachin Vansal, as usual, Stage Management and Cultural Committee, Professor Dr. Manju Kaushik, Mr. Sunil Bhargav, and their team from the account department for handling the financial issues. I feel that when we organize a function on such a digital platform, there are lots of people who are behind the curtain and facilitate us all possible technical and administration help. I wish to thank Mr. R.K. Pachori sir and his technical IT team comprising of our staff as well as the student volunteer. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated students, committee, and volunteers. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and their willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of tasks beyond their comfort zone. I would like to thank our non-teaching staffs, support and maintaining staffs who were simultaneously resolving all the secretarial and clerical work. My sincere regards to all the keynote speakers who will be speaking on the various topics during these 3 days. I would like to thank all the participants and paper presenters for their enthusiastic participation. Last but not the least, I would like to thank each one of them who have directly or indirectly helped us realize our academic dream. Gratitude. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
With this, we come to the conclusion of the inaugural ceremony. May I request the dignitaries for a group photograph here on the stage. Post the photograph, we'll break for tea. And I'll request the dignitaries to proceed to the VIP lounge and all the faculty HOIs for the high tea and student lounge. The track sessions will begin from 2 p.m. Thank you, honored guests and dignitaries. Thank you, Professor Mike Hinchey. The track sessions will now begin at 2 p.m.